This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. Listen, man, Jermell Charlo, he gonna smash that dude, Jorge Cota. That's his name? Jorge Cota. You know me, man. I got my El Spanish on point. Well, I know how to say them Spanish words. You don't say George, you say Jorge. And you don't say Cota, you say Cota. So I'm talking about, boy. Y'all don't know, boy. That boy be fluent with that Spanish, man. These people out here think that I got issues with the Spanish community. Come on, man. I got a lot of brothers in Spanish, man. I respect, you know what I'm saying, my Spanish brothers, man. So for the cats out here that think that I be hating and trolling, I don't got issue with y'all, man. It's just, there just be a lot of troglodytes and a lot of classic dogs that come on my page, you know, and they have, for some reason, a Hispanic last name, and they always got something stupid to say. Nothing with substantive stuff, man. And you just sit there and you just like, you laugh. I told y'all, man, when y'all make y'all comments, man, it's just making me greater. Because I told y'all the term, haters make you greater. Let me say it again. Haters make you greater. Remember the NWA term. All publicity is good publicity, folks. So keep it coming. Keep the hating coming and keep the trolling coming. But anyways, on to the video. Just ask my boy Jose Yepes, man. He could tell you. I give props to my Spanish cats. But on to the video. Jermell Charlo. I feel sorry for this guy, Jorge Cota, man. Y'all heard me on the community post. This dude is a clown. He's going to get lions only. He's going to get gobbled up, man. You know, a lion eats anywhere between 200 to 300 pounds of meat a day. That's what's going to happen. Basically, Jorge Cota was basically the lion's food that was already prepared prior to the lion even devouring it. Let me say that again. Jorge Cota was Jermell Charlo's lion's food that was prepared prior to even him as the lion devouring it. Basically, he was prepared for the slaughter. Let me say that again. He was prepared for the slaughter, because that's what's about to happen. This is the worst time you want to fight Jermell Charlo. This man still got that mean streak of that Tony Harrison loss that's looming over his boxing career. He prepared for Tony Harrison. So he prepared for a fighter that was already at a way higher level. So you just going to get whatever he's been preparing for. You're going to get all that pent up frustration that he got for Tony Harrison. You're going to get all of that levied against you, man. This fight ain't going the distance. I'd say it's going to be a 4-5 round KO stoppage. Possibly might be 3. I think Jermell Charlo is going to show you guys that he's not going to go in there reckless and just go for the knockout. He's going to show you some boxing ability, but he's going to set it up. This guy that he's in there with is not on his level. This guy's a clown, man. So he gets clowned, you know what I'm saying, in his own Hispanic community as a joke of a boxer. So we really know he's a tune-up on top of tune-ups on top of tune-ups. That's what he is. He's a triple tune-up for Jermell Charlo. This fight is a joke, man. It's not even that serious. This is not going to be no upset. This is not going to be no, oh man, he's giving Jermell Charlo problems. Nah, Jermell Charlo is focused. He's locked in. He's not having no damn training camp at no damn strip club or club prior to him fighting. He's in an actual boxing gym, which he should have been for the Tony Harrison fight. So that tells me that Mel gets it. I told you, this is the crossroads of this man's career. When a person has a shit-talking mouth, I should know, because I'm one of the finest shit-talkers that's out there. Probably the best there is. When a motherfucker runs their mouth and is a shit-talker, you have to be able to back it up. That's the dilemma. That's the dichotomy. That's the issue that shit-talkers deal with. I know, because I experienced it firsthand each and every time. This is why you have to be able to not only say what you say, but back up what you say. You know what I'm saying? Whether if you're doing it with facts, whether you're doing it like with Jermell Charlo, his fists, or whether you're just doing it because you have an abundance mindset. You're a man with purpose. I feel like the way that I've been seeing Jermell Charlo's body language on Fight Hype and the way that Jermell Charlo's been acting, he's giving me a guy or a guy that supposedly, or a fighter that supposedly gets it. Now we know he still has to go out there and show us that the product is basically speaking with his fist what he's already saying with his words. I don't see a guy that's overly running his mouth. I don't see a guy that's overly zealous, but I still see the bravado's there, because you don't want to lose who you are. If you lose the fiber of who you are, then it's like you're losing your own DNA. Let me say that again. If you lose the fiber of who you are losing your DNA. What got Jermell Charlo this far is him running his mouth. He can't lose that. That's the fiber of his being. The only issue was we didn't want him overly running his mouth. We wanted him to keep everything in its truest and its properest levels. And I think after this humbling loss to Tony Harrison, he gets it. And he knows now this is the second half of his career. Everything that he does from this point on is going to, if it didn't already stick and it wasn't already quantified and calculated, then it's going to super stick and be super quantified and super calculated. And he knows now that he needs to match up with his brother. Because at the end of the day, you can say what you want. Oh, Jermell Charlo had a bad performance against Matt Corbo. But guess what? He still got the W. I don't care what anybody say. So there's no setback for him to have a comeback. Jermell, on the other hand, has the setback that needs to set him up for the comeback. And him having this elongation of the Tony Harrison fight, this is not good for Tony Harrison. If I was Tony Harrison, man, I would have wished I didn't get hurt. Because what Jermell Charlo is going to do, he's going to make quick work of Cota. And he's only going to be even more focused, because we know after that fight, he's going to try to clamor for that Tony Harrison fight right after that. We know that's coming. Tony Harrison cannot avoid, or he cannot run away from that inevitable fate. That rematch is going to happen. And when it does happen, Jermell Charlo is going to make sure that he sticks to his principles and he listens to Derrick James from the jump. He doesn't go in there with this one-trick pony mindset of, oh, I'm going to knock and block this dude's head off. No, he's going to go in there and establish everything with the jab and move around the ring. Because he has good, and I'm talking about very good boxing ability. Not on the level of Jermell Charlo, because I still believe that Jermell Charlo is the better of the twins. But Mel's not too far off. And if he listens to Derrick James to the T, and he follows that game plan just the way that Errol Spence does, he's going to have an impressive win against Jorge Cota. Damn near, this might be the knockout of the year, or candidate for the knockout of the year. Right up there with Deontay Wilder, what he did with Dominic Brazil. This might be right here with it, because he's fighting a tune-up on top of a tune-up on top of a tune-up. So I expect him to go in there and get this guy out of here in Lions-only fashion. I already told you, Cota was already barbecued, he was already crispy, and he was already ready for Jermell Charlo to eat his Lions food. Once he gets past Cota, which this should not be a difficult obstacle whatsoever, then we're going to get the fight that we want. That's why nobody's really paying attention to this fight or not covering it, because we know that Jermell Charlo is so focused right now. He's going to demolish, he's going to expose, and he's going to trounce this guy. You know, I don't understand why sometimes these tune-up fighters, if I was Cota, I would be like, hell no, I'm not fighting Jermell Charlo. Not right now. Screw that. A guy that just lost, in a controversial loss, mind you, and he really didn't lose the fight, because you have to beat the champion, right? Definitively, in order for you to get the belt. So if Sean Porter gets to walk away from a Udenis Ugas fight, then Mel should have. But I feel like Mel needed this kind of thing in his life, because he needed to refocus and rededicate himself to the craft. And I believe he has. And Cota, I just feel sorry for you, man. This guy's not even worth it. He's going to get pummeled. He's going to get pounded. And he's going to get beat down. And after this fight, Tony Harrison, I don't want you getting no injuries. I don't want to hear none of these excuses. Let's make the damn fight happen, man. Because you've been doing nothing but running your damn mouth. We know you gave the best that you possibly could give. Mel didn't even fight his best. And look how close that fight is. So imagine what the rematch is going to look like. Folks, Jermell Charlo, I got him by slaughterhouse. 4 to 5 round KO stoppage. Ain't going to be no throwing no towel in. His fist is going to get Cota's ass out of there. Possibly 3. This is Hino Sport, checking out.